What is going on, guys? My name is AJ3FIFA and welcome to episode 5 of Pokemon FIFA. I've just hit 1000 subs, so thanks so much for that. There's a special video that I uploaded last night. If you want to go and check that out, I'll leave a link in the description. We're just going to get straight in here with this episode with a battle against this all bronze, all Spanish side. He's got 100 chemistry, so he should be pretty solid. However, in the 25th minute, Powell picks up the ball and absolutely twats it into the bottom corner. Quality long shots, and Powell is probably one of my favourite players on the whole of Ultimate Team. However, 12 minutes later, he pulls one back with Ricci, smashing it into the bottom corner. Decent goal, got to give it to the lads, but Powell and Westcar combine. Again, Powell's through on goal, and he just isn't going to miss with his 90 finish and hammers it into the bottom corner, and we are 2-1 up. Powell doing the business again. Westcar intercepts one of his passes this time and releases Sinclair, and you know what's happening. When Sinclair's through on goal, it is going in the back of the net. Absolute quality player, and again one of my favourite players on Ultimate Team, and I'm pretty sad that I've got to evolve him at some stage. As you can see, he's just brought on Fabregas and Torres, which is a bit unfair, and Fabregas does the business and pulls it back to 3-2. However, remember last episode when I said Frimpong scored some pretty decent goals for a centre defensive mid? Look at this for a free kick. Absolute beast, giving us a 2-goal cushion and essentially putting the game to bed, before Powell picks up the ball again and scores his hat-trick with another absolutely insane long shot. Brilliant player, and I can't praise him enough. And we got the win 5-2, so Pilkington is evolving. Pretty solid left mid. As I said, he's a decent player, but he is not Royston Drenthe. Absolute beastie player, quality dribbling, really fast. The only disappointment is that he's only got 3-star skills, but with a decent finesse shot to boot, you can't really complain. So we're going to get back into the Pokemon, and we go to walk past this guy, and he wants to have us a battle. He comes up with a pretty solid all-English team. I think it's all Empower Championship as well, so it's going to be a tough game. Again, he's got 100 chemistry, so not playing a starter pack team, it should be a hard-fought match. This proves to be true when the first piece of action is in the 45th minute, with him crossing it into Rodriguez to get a goal and go into half-time at 1-0 up. However, when we go through half-time, we get a free kick on the 54th minute, just inside my own half, and Corker hammers it up with an L1 and triangle to Sinclair, who chests it down, turns and finesses it in the bottom corner for a terrible Route 1 goal. Stoke-esque, Fluder would be proud. Again, we get pretty lucky to go 2-0 up when the ball somehow bounces through to Sinclair's feet and he smashes it in the bottom corner, and that was how the game ends. Pretty boring game, but still we get the evolution, and this time it's Westcar evolving. He has been a pretty good player for me and he scored a lot of goals. However, out of the team now, he's one of the weakest, and Bateson87 did recommend Ebanks-Blake to me, so I wanted to give him a go, and I'm really pleased with Ebanks-Blake. He's an absolute beast of a player. I've likened him to the Silver Lukaku. So, now we're back in the Pokemon. You can see that we're through Viridian Forest, and I'm really just running around exploring here, so I've sped it all up. While this is happening, I'm just going to talk a little bit about something that happened in the setup video yesterday. I showed you guys that I've actually got 2 Rubik's Cubes, and said if you wanted to see me solve a Rubik's Cube, to comment in the comments below. And I actually got a lot of comments of people wanting to see me solve the Rubik's Cube. So over the next couple of days, I will record that video, get it rendered, and upload it for you. So it should be up tomorrow or the day after, and then we'll have Pokemon FIFA the day after that. Now you see I've headed into the gym here and remembered that when you're playing Pokemon you don't just fight the gym leader, you have to fight the little minion before him as well. So we shit ourselves and realise we're not quite good enough for that yet, and go back off to find a place to train our Pokemon some more. So we're just running around Viridian City, I think it is, but we realise eventually that the best place to train ourselves was probably just where we've just come from. So we run back into Viridian Forest, and on the way we get a battle in this grass here. And don't worry guys, this one isn't going to be as stale as the last one. We come up against this guy and he's got a pretty shit team if you're asking me, so I was expecting to score a lot of goals, especially with that mostly unrare bronze defence with no chemistry at all. He has got Higuain up front though, and Higuain is a dangerous player, but in the 26th minute we cross it into new boy Ebanks-Blake, makes an absolute beastie jump and wins the header to score on his debut. However, he does some tricky little running with Higuain and finesses it into the far corner to score a pretty decent goal, and as I said, Higuain is a top player. However, he is not Ebanks-Blake and he would not be able to do that. Absolute rocket of a goal from Ebanks-Blake. However, once again, he pulls it back with Higuain and it's 2-2. This is looking like an extremely tight game until Powell breaks free and hammers it into the bottom corner once more, doing what he does best and scoring them screamers. We then cross it in and Corker misses the header, but it drops to Drenthe, who shows his shooting ability and finesses it into the far corner. He's a pretty good player. He gets tired quite quick, which annoys me, but he's still decent. And then Ebanks-Blake smashing another one of them screamers off the bar. before Sinclair wins the rebound and heads it in, before once again Sinclair is bearing down on the goal. This time, for once in his life, he misses it, but Powell's there to scoop up the rebound and turn it home. Again, it's Sinclair on the ball, this time playing a peach of an air through ball to Drenthe, who takes the keeper out with a big touch and slots it into the goal for a lovely goal again by Drenthe, proving to be a pretty beast signing. We then round things off with Powell after some pretty intricate dribbling to slot it home with a nice P-roller into the bottom corner and give us that 8-2 victory. I said there'd be goals, and there was goals, and this time it's Kitely who's evolving. He has got a pretty good shot on him, he scored a couple of good screamers, however, he is not the Ox that is Oxlade-Chamberlain. FIFA 13 cover star, an absolute quality player in FIFA 12, so we're very happy with that signing, and we're going to move back into the Pokemon and run down and find ourselves some more battles to train up our team. We do go and have a little chat to this guy who we've just beaten a battle, just to see what he had to say, but he didn't have anything to say, so we just speed it up a little bit until we find our next battle, so that we can get on with it and get our next evolution. We come up against a guy with an all-French team, hasn't quite got 100 chemistry because he's got a centre defensive mid playing at right mid, and he hasn't got a manager, but he's still got 91, which is pretty decent, so he's got a solid team, and he shows it, breaking in the 3rd minute to power it past Westwood. Should have probably saved that, but whatever, Powell will make up for it for him, finessing it like a boss into the top corner, before again giving it off to Sinclair. Sinclair gets lucky and slots it in the bottom corner. 2-1 up, and we're going strong. 60th minute, before in the 70th minute Sinclair again breaks free. You just can't stop this boy scoring, and I was so disappointed when it did eventually evolve him. Really miss him, but you will see what player we get, and he is solid as well. He pulls it back to 3-2, but it was the 89th minute and it was just a consolation goal, and we get our evolution again. This time it's Boyata. Really solid centre back, but I have evolved him into the best silver centre back I have ever used in my life, which is Ridgewell. He is comparable to the silver David Luiz, but let's get going again and get ourselves into another battle. This time we are going to come up against another pretty shit team. He's got, I don't know what he's going for, to be honest. It looks like he's just a starter pack team. He's bought himself a couple of silvers, but he's just bought absolute random players. They link together in no way, and he shows how shit he is in the 16th minute with his terrible defending. We break down with Ebanks-Blake. He runs into the box, roulettes his centre back from a terrible tackle and slots it into the bottom corner for a pretty good goal from Ebanks-Blake. He is quickly becoming one of my favourite players on Ultimate Team. Again, we nick the ball off him with Drenthe, who plays a nice little through ball through to Sinclair, who obviously when Sinclair is in on goal, it is going in the back of the net. 2-0 up within 37 minutes, and he rage quits, showing his noobness again when it comes to FIFA because he's just ruined his DNF. But hey, we get the evolution, and this time it's me baby Sinclair's evolving, and we have evolved him into Gudetti. I have no idea if that's how you say his name, but I won't be saying it for long. He is going to be a bit of a Charmeleon. He is, in my opinion, a downgrade from Sinclair, so we're going to be getting rid of him as soon as we can when we win our next game. So we go into this game and come up against the MLS sweat demon of a team with a win at the back. However, it makes no difference when Oxlade-Chamberlain chests the ball down and plays it across to Gudetti. Again, am I saying his name right? No idea. He played across to the new boy and he nods it into an open goal. He may have scored on his debut, but if we win, this will be his last game. This time it's Ebanks-Blake, as if he wants to get rid of Gudetti, playing it through to Ox, who misses, and then Gudetti himself, he's working his own way out of the team by doing that, puts us 2-0 up, before again, Ebanks-Blake gets the ball, plays a 1-2 with him, and absolutely smashes it into the goal. Quality play by Blake, and bye-bye new boy. As you could probably tell by me saying that, that was how the game ended. We won 3-0, the sweat of win could do nothing to stop us, and he is evolving after we've just got him. He is going to be evolving into another one of my newest favourite players on Ultimate Team, that is Delfonso. Pace demon, finishing god, an absolute all-round beast of a player. Before we finish this episode off, we are going to have one last battle, and it's on our way back to Viridian City to fight the gym leader. That is going to be Bateson87. You'll see a little bit of a jump in the camera there as the angle changed. That's just because I recorded the Pokemon in 2 different sittings and the camera size was slightly different. But anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. We've got one last battle in this episode, and we come up against this guy who seems to have just started but is on the way to build himself a Brazilian team. However, Delfonso kicks off his debut in the 27th minute with an absolute peach of a finesse shot before once again Drenthe breaking down the wing as he likes to do, crosses the ball in, and for some reason Powell is winning that header. I have no idea how, but we will take that goal anyway. Next up, Oxlade-Chamberlain is making a run jinking in and out of players before he gives the ball off to Delfonso once again, who just tucks it home. Simple finish for his second goal before little Nick Powell has the most amazing dip on his shot to get it up and over the keeper and back down under the bar to score an absolute screamer once again. Next it was Drenthe with the long shot, showing whatever Powell can do, he can do just as well. Next up to score in the running, it's Delfonso, does a nice little trick around the keeper and a cheeky little back heel into the back of the net. I had to zoom it in and use some of my awesome editing skills to show you that. My editing is fucking shit, but hey, whatever, we carry on. Ebanks-Blake, he was passing it around the back, being a bit of a dickhead. We lulled him into a false sense of security before nipping in with Blake to poke home the goal and win 7-0 to get that all-important evolution for Bertrand, who will be evolving into an absolute silver tank that is Figueroa. In my eyes, Figueroa is the left-back version of Maicon that comes in silver form. He's absolutely quality, and along with Ridgewell, they are two of the best silver defenders I have ever used. Anyway, you can see that we're back in Pokemon, and we're heading up to the Poke Center just to heal ourselves before we head on over to the gym battle. The gym battle will be next episode, and I'm just going to explain a little bit of the rules if you are still watching this late on, which I hope you all are. What is going to happen is I'm going to play the minion just as a normal game, and then the gym leader I am going to play against Bateson 87, as he was the one who kind of inspired this series. If I beat Bateson, I get an evolution as normal, and I also get to take one of his players. If I don't beat Bateson, then I'll have to go away, train myself a little bit more, and come back and try once again. So you can see now we are in the gym, ready to walk in front of the minion to take the first battle. However, that will be saved until next episode, so I'm going to cut it off here. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for 1,000 subs. If you haven't seen the video with the special tour in my room / setup video that I mentioned at the start, go to the description and watch it now. Apart from that, do be sure to go and follow me on Twitter. The link to that is in the description as well, and I will see you next time.